Quote from an Israeli friend, "Among all the vaccines I have known in my life, diphtheria, tetanus, measles, rubella, chickenpox, hepatitis, meningitis, tuberculosis, and I'd like to add flu and pneumonia, I have never seen a vaccine that forced me to wear a mask and maintain my social distancing even when you're fully vaccinated. I've never heard of a vaccine that spreads the virus even after vaccination. I've never heard of rewards, discounts, and incentives to get vaccinated. I never saw discrimination for those who didn't. Have you ever been vaccinated and no one has ever tried to make you feel bad for not being vaccinated? I have never seen a vaccine that threatens the relationships between families, colleagues, and friends. I have never seen a vaccine used to threaten livelihoods, work, or school. I have never seen a vaccine that would allow a 12-year-old to override parental consent. After all the vaccines I listed above, I have never seen a vaccine like this one, which discriminates, divides, and judges society as it is. And as the social fabric tightens, it's a powerful vaccine. She does all these things except immunization." And if you still need a booster dose after you are fully vaccinated, and we still need to get a negative test after you're fully vaccinated, and if we still need to wear a mask after we're fully vaccinated, and we still can be hospitalized after we're fully vaccinated, it seems to me we've come to the point it's time for us to admit that we've been completely deceived. You know, people are afraid, and I think the real message we need to share with them is, look, it's not about the vaccine or the virus. It's not just about communism and Marxism that's literally taking over our country. It's more importantly about your soul in eternity. And that's the difference we're going to see between Lot and Abraham. Abraham, he's living not by sight, he's living by faith. And we're going to see Lot is a man living by sight. He's living by fear. He's living by the things around him. And it's division, constant division around us. And we need to work, especially in the church. 1 Corinthians 12:25 says that there should be no schism in the body, but the members should have the same care one for another. We need to understand that God is the one who looks at us and wants us to be a witness. He says, they will know that you're my disciples by your love for one another. But as the Canaanites and the Perizzites, as they were looking at the two herdsmen of Lot and Abram fighting, they probably thought to themselves, these are the guys that worship the one true God, they say? But they're no different than us. They fight just like us. Look at the division they have. We can easily be a bad witness. You know, one thing I pray for is the church in all the area. I pray for my friend, the pastors. I pray for unity. I pray for God to do a work. I pray that all the churches would open up their doors, that God would be glorified, that the Bible would be taught. I'm not the only one doing these things, but I know that there's a constant trying to divide. You know, that they're constantly trying to divide me against the other pastors in town. You know, when we were in our deposition, they were trying to tell us that the pastor here, who's a friend of mine, wonderful guy, loves the Lord, teaches the Bible, right behind us, says, did you know that they let us go in there and do, spy on you and to see what's going on? We have all these pictures. And I said, I'm not going to let you do that. You're not going to divide us. The only thing that's there is divide us is a chain link fence. But that's what the enemy tries to do. He wants us to be divided, because if we're divided, we're going to fall. But the truth is now, at this point in America, the only hope is in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and we need to bring as many people into salvation. That will, in turn, save the country. Otherwise, there's not much hope. Other than that, there isn't any hope. The only hope we have is in God. And that's the message of Abraham. That's what he was called out from the rest of the world that was lost. God was using him to be a witness, and he wanted him to be a witness. And we need to bring unity in our families. We need to be the peacemakers. You know, we need to be the meek. That's who's going to inherit the earth. That's the one that God's going to honor. That's who's going to see God as the pure in heart. These are the ones God's looking to use today, and it's really hard when we have so much division.